Hey guys, Marianne here with Shopping Crafty, and this is going to be a plan as I go in my Organized Life Planner. I'll be using this sticker book from Hobby Lobby. It is the Paper Studio Agenda 52 line, and it is the Color Pop book. I think it's really cute. I did struggle with getting my color palette together because the colors they actually kind of clash a little bit because it goes from green to red to pink to teal, stuff like that. So this planner is not very well known, and I am in love with it. You can only print it, which is the downside. So I bound it Happy Planner style with the discs and the big Happy Planner covers. And the first thing I'm going to do is repurpose these 6 spaces on the top. Usually it is to list 3 priorities and 3 prayers for the week. But one thing I love about this planner is it has you set up 6 goals at the beginning of the year that you check in with every month and set 3 action steps. So I decided to take that further and make 1 action step per week per goal. So my goals are YouTubing. So my goal was to record a daily plan with me and do a spending vlog. I did not do the spending vlog, but I did the plan with me's. Happy hour writing session is me and my boyfriend going through the Aaron Sorkin masterclass of screenwriting, and we've been working on a short script for that. We are also working on a podcast, so we're going to record our 2nd test show for the week, and we still need to edit the first week show. Then the other 3 goals, I need to finish a book outline. I definitely didn't end up finishing any of the stuff I said I was going to this week, but I think I have a good excuse. I'm trying to write a book on developmental editing for memoirs for people who want to try to get published and have been told to seek that out. The second on this side is about my book that I'm writing. I'm trying to write a novel, and I had messaged one of my friends to maybe collaborate with, and I need to message her back. And updating Staff Me Up account for a job search. You may notice my voice is a little raspy. I have had a rough cold that I'm just getting over, which is why this video is actually also going up way later in the week than I wanted it to, but that's all right. So next, I will be setting up the weekly habit tracker. I decided to just use some decorative stickers, and it says apply lipstick, conquer today, even though I don't wear lipstick. The closest I do is a tinted chapstick, which I've been trying to get better about doing because I really like how those look. I'm using the Staedtler fine tip markers that I got from Michael's so that I could get them discounted. I have a big set of them now, so I'm flipping back to last week to look at my habits from then. So my usual ones are submit on LA Casting and submit on Actress Access for both me and my boyfriend. What else did I do this week? I was submitting on Staff Me Up for jobs, writing 1 line per day for my Millennials book, and moisturizing because my rosacea is still a mess. I need to call my doctor to renew my referral because I had to postpone my appointment because I was working that day. And reading the news, I try to always do that, but I am not great at that habit. And practicing French, I just threw on there. I've gone through phases where I practice it every day, but I've decided to give that a rest for a little bit. I ended up not doing it at all that week. Okay, so here I just put a post-it note because I was not sure yet if I was actually going to be nannying that day, and I wanted to wait until it was confirmed. Now over here I do the little to-do. I just cover it up with a sticker and start writing it all in. I do start to put down some stickers in the sidelines, but I end up switching out most of those. There's a section for my social media, which is the little thumbs up, which has a leopard print that ended up sort of clashing with the stuff I was doing here. And I was trying out doing some teal to cross over the colors. I ended up just doing more golds and pinks and the marble. And I did do a little bit of the leopard print, but it took me some time. So I flip it over, and in the notes section, I just put a reminder header. I really like this section because it helps me just put any spillover there, which is something that was always missing from my other planners. I would plan in advance and then things would change because life does that. I love having this space for when things change, and I can just fill in the information there. I put down my little social media tracker with a hashtag, and I write in my nannying job for Tuesday. I also put the important sticker up above. That section is supposed to be for priorities. I've decided to, again, repurpose it for 3 daily tasks to go towards my goals. That sort of crosses over sometimes, though, because my social media is one of my goals. And I have to do groceries on Tuesday. So now I go back to Monday, where I had sort of a block on what to do, and I took off the stickers that just were not working for me. I put that arrow up there instead. And again, you'll see me messing around with this little hashtag sticker, trying to get it to work for me, and it just doesn't. So I eventually abandoned that idea altogether. But the great thing is these stickers are picking up and peeling up and sticking back down really well. So I definitely recommend these books from Hobby Lobby. You can always get the 40% off coupon on their website. So I put this really cute leopard print heart with the black and gold box on Wednesday, and the social media on Wednesday as well. B, that's actually the middle name of the girl that I nanny on those days, because I try not to use the actual names if I can help it. And I just love that middle name. Her sister is Bear and she is B. Okay, so I put over a busy sticker for the to-dos. The thing that I love about this planner is that you can add flourishes, or you can just fill it out and you already have all of the sections set up in just a small font, or you can easily cover up the font because it's small enough with a cute decorative sticker if you like to use those like I do. So I put this heart to do, a get to work, and another reminder sticker. So you can see on the side there's a food tracker for breakfast, lunch, dinner. There's a blank one that I use for social media. I've also used it to do 2 daily chores if I wanted to do that. The next column is the daily chore, which I love to fill in my fly lady stuff for. The next one is daily rest or self-care. And then the bottom is your workout, and there's a water tracker as well. So this planner is so wonderful. It is all encompassing. I do struggle here to find a place to fit my nail polish sticker, but then I realized the water tracker has more than enough squares, so I can cover some of them up. Monday really didn't get locked down for a long time for me. Here I'm going to be flipping back to my Yoga with Adriene calendar so that I can fill in my yoga practices for the week. I like this planner because it gives you space to do all of what you want to do, even though you may not end up actually doing it. So I can look at my planner and be like, I have 20 minutes. What from my list of things that I like to do can I do? My Fly Lady stuff, my Yoga with Adriene. So I filled those all in the workout section. There's some cute deco stickers. Well, I guess they're functional stickers, never mind. And yoga for gardeners. I don't actually garden, but that's the only practice I did that week because it was the day that I had available for yoga. Okay, going into the week, I'm back in the sticker book. And I decided to set up my Monday because I officially know my schedule. So I do a half circle that's black and white stripes. I like to do the layering if I can. That's something that I get from Stick With Me shop. She doesn't do it necessarily like that. She always uses washi tape, but it just makes the stickers come together more attractively, I think. At first I was going to use a pink sticker, but it ended up being too much pink happening on Monday, so it does still have the pink on the top, but then the black and gold, and it says enjoy life, and I write down my nanny schedule, which is 8:30 to 7. That was a long day. After that I switched to the back, and you can see I already have my meal plan for the week filled in. I do purchase meal plans from Clean Food Dirty Girl. It's $20 a month and amazingly delicious food. She does vegan food and it's healthy, really good. I'm not vegan, but I like to just cook without meat if I can. And then I fill in some of my tasks for the week. The way this planner is set up, it is for the home tasks and personal tasks, but I switched that over to work tasks and personal/household tasks because I think that works a little better for me, especially with my freelance life. I always have a bunch of different deadlines and projects in the works at the same time that I need to keep track of. So I really love having this overall to-do list that I can migrate over into my daily plans if I have the time. So lately I've been working on 2 developmental editing projects, so that's a lot of what I'm doing this week, but I also was offered an opportunity to write a few press releases for the publisher I work for, and I've never done that before, and I always love to expand my skill set in a safe environment, so I jumped at that opportunity and I wrote 3 press releases, and she accepted them, said they looked pretty good for a beginner. I mean, she was much more friendly than that. She said they were great, barely any tweaking, and that they were great, but I'm hard on myself, so I'm like, wait, there was anything wrong with it? So you can see I covered up the labels with #life and #boss. I figured that was close enough to the gist of what I was trying to do. I could not get the boss sticker up because I had just cut my nails, so it's a little crooked, and maybe I'll fix it later in the week if I can get it back up. It was starting to damage the sticker though, so I didn't want to mess with it. I found this cute little pineapple sticker and a shopping list sticker to put up on the top just to add a little bit of flair, and on the bottom there was the don't forget section where I like to put a motivational quote, so I put one that said follow your dreams with a little diamond deco beside it and the cute little coffee cup by the meals. When I flip back to the other page, I decide to move my nails to Friday because I had actually already done my nails for the week and wanted to move that over. From there, I go ahead and write in some of my tasks for Monday, like cleaning the litter box, editing my Plan With Me videos that I had so far, and then I fill in my goals section for my daily, just to add 1 bullet to my outline, message my friend about my book, and what was the last one? Oh, to read articles on podcasting so that I know what the heck I'm doing. From there, I decide to start working on my Thursday through Sunday pages. I start by just throwing in some of the reminder stickers once again. I really like how that ended up looking, and I think that's where my spread really started to come together on the first couple of pages, so I leaned into it on the second page. You can see I put in some goal stickers, some hashtag stickers for my social media, and then I get started for my Thursday, putting down my schedule for nannying, and then I want to do some work from home. I'm not really sure at first what to do with this ASAP sticker, so I ended up laying it over a larger flag, and I liked how that looked a little bit better. And I straightened out that arrow because it was driving me crazy how crooked it was. And now it's crooked the other direction, but it's a little more subtle. So after nannying, I wanted to do some writing and editing for my podcast, for the books I'm working on, for all the stuff. For Sunday, I put down a to-do and a hard work pays off sticker with a little $sign. That ends up taking on a bit of a bitter twist when I lose my job that day, but whatever, it's fine. And then another to-do up top. I just wanted to get that out of the way while I found those to-dos. I also put just a little email sticker on Friday for my to-do list. At this point, you can see me filling in my daily Fly Lady task for the week before flipping back to my sticker book. I believe it's Monday now, so I finally actually have all the stuff to fill in. I end up having a bunch of phone calls to make on Monday, or actually texts, to the people I nanny for about my schedule and things like that. So I jot it down just to remind myself to get that done. And because honestly, the sticker book has a ton of phone icons and I wanted to use some of them up because I don't know how else I will ever use them. I ended up not working out on Monday, and so I put that as my daily rest. For Tuesday, I migrate over the tasks that I did not get done last week. I used the bullet journal system for the arrows and things like that. I either check it off, or I put an arrow to migrate, or I cross it out. I wanted to message my friend. I ended up just abandoning that eventually and write one line on my projects. On Tuesday, I was going to nanny and get groceries, and it also turned out we were going to the zoo, so I added in that detail. I needed to send the press releases for the week, and I wanted to do a face mask to treat my rosacea. I also decided I wanted to track my income for the week, so I put down a black and gold sticker to track that. And I also wanted to jot down what me and my boyfriend watched that night. It was the X-Files movie. We've been working our way through the series for about a year now, and we finished it this week, and it was crazy how long it took and crazy to think that we're done. I fill in my food for Tuesday that I'm planning in advance is going to be a broccoli pineapple stir fry from the meal plans and leftover salad from the meal plans. Then I fill in my to-dos for the other stuff I have to do on Tuesday, which is getting my car seat to Allie, one of my friends who also nannies, and emptying my car out of trash because I wanted to do that this month, clean the litter box, throw out my magic bullet that's broken, and make more space in my cupboards, and read some podcast articles. One of the main reasons I got the sticker book was for the cute typewriter sticker here. I really loved it, and I work from home on my computer all the time, so I always love using those stickers to mark that down. So I set up my Friday, which is going to be working from home, and then we had a few things we were going to be doing this week. We're going to do a happy hour writing session with one of our friends, and we were going to on Friday go to our friend's birthday party and go see a movie, I believe, on Friday as well. But I ended up, well, first of all, I hated how that ended up looking, so I peeled up the sticker. It tore up a little bit of the page, but that's not a big deal because my plan was to just put another one down and just write the happy on the side instead. You can see I added on laundry and walking Pip on my Tuesday while I wasn't filming because I ended up adding them on. I had forgotten to include them in my original plan, and then I went ahead and added my income for the day from nannying and walking the dog, which went great. And I went through and again filled out my checklist and migrated things over to Wednesday. And then I went ahead and filled in my habit tracker. I hadn't been doing a good job of that during the week because I was waiting for you guys. I think going forward I'm probably going to just keep track of that stuff as I go, but we'll see. Wednesdays are my days to batch cook, which is what I do for my meal plans. It's about 3 hours of cooking to get all the recipes ready for the week, and then there's usually still some preparation the night of, but it comes together pretty quickly. And that day I wanted to drop some things off in my car at the Salvation Army, send the press releases because I hadn't done it already, do a car wash, fold my laundry that I had also left over from the day before, and make some pumpkin balls for Lex to take to work. I also needed to walk Pip again, as you can see there, and I wanted to make a list of the items I was going to batch cook. I didn't end up doing all of it. I usually end up with a couple recipes I have to do the next day because I try to get it done before Lex gets home from work. So for my Thursday, I go ahead and fill in the goals. I end up not doing pretty much anything I had scheduled for the day except for nannying because unfortunately my little cat ended up breaking his leg on Thursday morning, which was really rough for me, but we're doing all right. We definitely took a step back in our debt-free journey, but it happens, and then double whammy the next day, or a few days later, I was told that the nannying job I had on Tuesdays and Thursdays no longer needed me because they were going to put their son in daycare instead full-time, which was a huge shock and a huge bummer. And I'm now in a mode of just trying to find more work, and I have an interview for another nannying job on Friday. I've been contacted by a couple employers for like a yoga studio and for some freelance writing. We'll see what comes together. I just really am hoping I don't have to go back to serving, but we'll see what happens. I also filled in for Thursday the other recipes I needed to batch. Again, that didn't end up happening, but I did figure out how to make them on Friday, which was good. Thursday morning, we ended up going to the vet, and we were almost relieved when they said they were keeping him overnight for surgery, because we were able to sort of maintain our plans, but we definitely didn't end up writing that night. We just went to happy hour instead and tried to unwind a little bit. It was a scary thing, but he's okay. And I think that's when the cold took over, because I was a high level of stress. So you can see here now I'm putting in all of that info, just a nope sticker and an oops. Ronnie broke his leg. I also needed to walk Pip that day, so I did do that. Originally Lex was going to do it that day, but because of the way the schedules were working out the next couple days, it just made more sense for me to do it because I would be in the area for nannying and stuff like that. And he also got no sleep because he had been up late, and then Ronnie, So Ronnie came home on Friday at noon. We were able to pick him up, and he seems to be doing okay. We had to run around and get a crate for him because they didn't tell us till we were picking him up that would be the best way to take care of him, is by keeping him in a big crate. So we have one of the families that I nanny for, her sister-in-law, I know from another nannying job. It's all convoluted, but they have a German Shepherd, so they had a really big crate that they loaned us. So I went there, and I had to get a bunch of work done. So I finally finished an edit of the book and emailed it to the author, and I invoiced my publisher for the press releases that she said were great. And then I just took care of my little guy. He is obnoxiously stubborn. That's been the main problem. Even the morning he broke his leg before we were able to take him to the vet, I was trying, he was clearly trying to walk to his food, and I tried to bring it over to him so he could eat it where he was and not move, and he walked around it, hobbled around it, and went to where his food normally is and sat there and looked at me until I brought his food back. And that's been the main issue. Like, the litter box is usually up on a ledge under our sink, so he has to do double step up or jump up into it a little bit, and he really wants to still do that. Even though we've moved the litter box to the ground, he just refuses to do it that way, which is so stressful. But it's okay. So I go through and I put down the stickers for his medication and start to fill in my plans for recording the voiceover. I was going to record this on Sunday. It is now Tuesday, but as you can see, my voice is still all gravelly, so I was not able to do it. And then Sunday, I had plans to go to the pumpkin patch with my friend Allie, and that was fun. So I'm glad we were able to do that. Still, if we weren't able to get the crate, we definitely wouldn't have been able to, because that little boy needs a lot of attention when he is out of the crate, which we've been trying to give him when he seems up to it, a little bit of a break from being in there, but fortunately he's been pretty content. Normally he hates crates, but it's a bigger one, so it's a little better. And the stickers on the bottom for the pumpkin patch totally don't match, but I mean, they're cute, so I wanted to use them. So my end of the week was a lot less planned out because it was more reactionary. I had to be acting instead of planning, but overall, I wanted to do my look back just really broadly. Ron broke his leg, which did not go well, but I finished my edit of one of the books I'm working on, which is great. And Lex and I finished X-Files, so that was a good memory. So that was my week in my Organized Life Planner. I'll have a link to the website where I bought it below, and I will talk to you guys next week.